Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the next episode of the G&A Podcast. I am the tier 3 sub to Tanigaki's OnlyFans, Drividu.
And I'm your number one thunder god, Soberoni.
And welcome back to the G&A Podcast, where we talk about all things anime, the good, the bad, and the weeb. How you doing tonight, Oni?
I'm doing great. We just came back from a good night last night, so I'm still feeling good vibes.
Yeah, same. I'm doing pretty well myself. Funny enough, myself along with a bunch of friends, we today we watched what was the name of that anime movie? Your Name.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I finally watched that. It was really good.
It was really good. You haven't seen the other one, have you?
What was it?
Like what was it that just came out?
No, I've seen Weathering.
Oh,
I've seen Weathering with you. Yeah, I saw it earlier this year. My friend was he was like, "Oh, which one do you like more?" I will say I like this one a little. Okay, subjectively, I like them both equally. I don't think I can pick one. Objectively, I think Your Name is better.
I'm pretty much there too. I think Your Name is like the better movie from like a writing and directing, and visual standpoint. But I kind of love the silliness of Weathering with You.
Yeah, like I honestly like they're both giving me different thing. Like it's the same thing, but it's different. Like you know what I mean? Like it's still like a supernatural romance kind of thing, but
he's a great director. So
yeah, fantastic director. Next one I'm gonna watch is I've heard the Something Voice, the one that's really oh gosh, I don't like that. Even everyone's been reacting ever since I mentioned that. Everyone's like, oh.
So, have fun with that one.
Yeah, that's a general consensus that I got. All right, well, that aside, let's start things off with our new segment. This week in anime, there wasn't really much that I was really kind of connecting to. So, yeah, like I don't. It's not that it wasn't a lot. It's just like a lot of random shit. That I may or may not, know about. But my news is basically talking about the fact that a new Godzilla anime is set to air next spring 2021 is being produced by Bones and Orange. I am familiar with Bones, but I wasn't as familiar with Orange, so I looked up what they did. And they're the people who did Beastars, so I almost am willing. So how much you want to bet? How much? So the question isn't if there's going to be CGI. The real question is it going to be all CGI? Like how much CGI? Exactly. Because I'm like, there's no way the company that's super famous and successful from Beastars isn't going to put any CGI into Godzilla of all things.
Is it like a legit Godzilla thing, or is it like
Yeah, it's
like a funny
nope. According to MyAnimeList.net, Toho. I don't know. I guess that's a producer. Toho opened an official website for an original anime series based on the Godzilla franchise titled Godzilla SP, and SP standing for singular point.
I was kind of some part of me wants there to be like a Godzilla movie or a Godzilla show where it's like it's like a slice of life and they're all anthropomorphized girls or something. Something I would envision an anime doing. Just a straight Godzilla adaptation.
Oh wait, you mean you wanted them to do something super original, like just transforming all the monsters into anime girls?
Yes,
wow.
I want Mothra-chan.
Yeah, I'm good on that actually. I don't know how I feel about a Godzilla anime though. I mean, I don't even remember a Godzilla anime existing.
I don't know if that can work, really, to be honest.
I mean, why not?
I mean, I guess it could.
It's an anime.
I feel like part of the excitement of Godzilla, though, is like actually seeing... It's just one of those series that I like... it's a scale, like it's just a scale of it, like just seeing a giant dinosaur monster roaming through Tokyo, even if it's like an animatronic monster or like a dude in a suit, it looks so intimidating. I don't know how well that would translate into a show, into like an anime.
Well, I guess the bitch is gonna have to find out eventually. But yeah, that's it. That's all I got for me.
All right. On my end, nothing major, but Funimation and Aniplex have announced that the Demon Slayer movie is going to be releasing in North American theaters in early 2021. The film is actually set to open in Japan on October 16th, and there are going to be plans to release it in America in early 2021 in IMAX theaters. So that's awesome. I sure hope that the thing that is happening right now is over by then.
Wow, would it make you feel better if I told you that cases of certain things have actually spiked at a record height since August?
I hope by early 2021 they mean like April 20, like the very end of the first quarter of 2021 or something.
One can only hope.
One
can only hope. But yes, but enough about the big C. Let us move on to our weekly reviews. Starting off with, and correct me if I'm wrong, DanMachi season 3, episode 2.
You are correct. It is DanMachi.
Man, why do I always get to that point where I don't like Lily because she's such a bitch for no reason?
I mean, she was a bitch this episode, but like
it happens every season. It happens every season.
She is like, she's a bitch, but she's right. Like that's why I don't mind her. That's why I don't find her like be a bitchy character. I'm like, yeah, you can't just like harbor a fucking monster where clearly all these other familia are like trying to locate you and attack you because you have a monster.
Okay, but like she was basically like, let's just get this bitch out of here. No, let's relocate her. Let's find somewhere else to take care of her. They're just like, nah, she's gotta go. I'm like, all right. Well,
Lily's just sitting straight and like shooting the facts. She's like, listen, I know you guys are all bleeding hearts and you love to take care of little wiener kun, but the other familia are gonna kill us if we keep her here, so kind of have to
totally necessary. To the part where she's like, she's a disgusting monster. We ain't room in our lives for that shit. Yeah,
I like how all the like they say disgusting monster, but the monsters are like super fucking cute.
Same, sis. Like I don't get it. She's like perfectly lovable. Yeah, she was like really just going in. Like she got towards the end, which made like poor Weenie, like leave. Was just like, duh, she's a monster. Don't you forget it. She's not like us. So I'm like, all right, like relax. Listen, shit.
Lily's not my favorite character. I will defend her when she's correct, except for the whole her hating.
That's because you're correct doesn't mean you're right.
All right, Shira. Whatever you say, Shira.
hey, don't listen. No, don't do that to me.
I did also like the little bit of banter we got between Aisha and the elf girl
Ryu.
Yeah, that was a little bit cute.
Yeah, that was good. I'm so glad Aisha's back. I love Aisha.
Yeah, she was great. I actually forgot about her until she showed up this episode. I'm like, oh, thank God they're bringing her back. I thought she had died. I completely forgot.
You're clearly confused her for Ishtar.
Yes. Well, I think Ishtar did die.
Yes.
I think Ishtar's alive. Oh, no, right.
No, Ishtar.
That was the best scene in all of season 2.
And it's all season 2. That almost makes season 2 worth it. Oh, incredible.
I do like that they're like kind of like, this feels like a well-paced arc. I'm glad they aren't like lingering on the fact that they're trying to hide her. Like it feels like things are like coming to a head really quickly. Like next episode looks like it's gonna be a big shit show in a good way.
Yeah, like what's his name? Ikalos's guild. I feel like they're gonna start making more contact with Hestia fam.
I like how
Yeah.
all the gods have really different ways of interacting with their familia. Like Hestia is more motherly or whatever, but Iklos is just like, whatever, you guys fucking use me as your guinea
Yeah.
pig and do whatever you want.
Yeah, like as long as I'm entertained, who gives
Mhm.
a fuck?
Hermes showing up, saving the day as usual.
Yeah, he's like, hey, you should. Well, I don't think Belle's ever in trouble per
I
se.
mean, probably not like his life was in trouble, but you
Yeah,
know.
yeah, I know what you mean. Excuse me.
But this was a good setup episode.
Yeah, it was. Belle was conflicted. Belle's all of a sudden become a big pussy because he's like, whoa, these monsters are killing me look like weenie. Therefore, I can't kill them. And I'm just like, all right, girl, let's see how long that line of thinking gets you. Let's see how long you can live
I'm
like
sure
that.
he'll
Get over
get
it.
over it.
I
Although
I
this
sure
only
hope so.
reinforces my idea that Weenie's gonna sacrifice herself to like save the city or something. And then they're still gonna hate her. They're like, God, good, the monster is dead.
Yeah, basically. They were really not nice. In this episode, Weenie experiences discrimination.
Yeah. How dare you save that child?
Yeah, right? Ugh. I bet it was you who cut the rope to
Yeah, the monster cut the rope to begin with so she could play hero.
That stoned her. It wasn't even like that's the thing that confused me. It wasn't even like they didn't even try to just outright kill her like they would any other monster. They were throwing rocks at her instead, which I
think
don't
those were just like
understand.
regular citizens and they don't have powers. They were just like, whatever, we have rocks. Although it makes me think that, you know, if
But also, if it's a monster, like, and you know monsters like kill people, why
yeah,
are
so I'm
you
like, why are
attacking
they
it with a
attacking it? They
rock?
should just run away. Or exactly, that's what I was gonna say.
Like, I think they're just trying. You know, it's one of those moments where DanMachi reminds me of how regular it is as an anime.
I'm so glad there's no Attack on Titan this season, so that you
I'm just saying how regular, and then it just in a sense is like, you know, because that just doesn't make any sense. But they're trying to, oh, we're showing her how hard it is, you know, because she's a monster and that no one likes her. It's like, all right,
listen. Is it by the book? Yes, it is very much by the book a lot of the
yeah,
times. Is that
yeah.
better than being whatever the fuck God of High School was doing? 100 times yes.
Okay, once again, comparing things that are comparing anime to things that are bad.
Listen,
regardless,
you were
doesn't mean
comparing it to Attack
anything.
on Titan. I'm allowed to compare it to God of High School.
I did not compare it to Attack. Well, okay, I did like once. I'm not doing it anymore. There's no Attack on Titan. There's nothing I'm going to be comparing it to unless the comparison
the
needs
one
to be
thing we
made.
can agree on, I think, is that this is the perfect medium between Attack on Titan and God of High School.
Yeah, I guess so.
Alright.
Alright. Yep, let's move on to Tonikaku Kawaii, episode 2.
This show is just pure concentrated, like fluffy, lovey.
Yeah, happy,
mopiness,
joy. Yeah. Although one of the best openings this year, though.
Exactly, I told you. That's a bop when the beat drops. Like, oh, so good.
Yeah, when it starts picking up, I'm like, oh my god, I'm in the tour.
Guys, we need to hear this on our karaoke stream. So,
yes,
somebody
this is
requested.
the one song that I will never, ever, ever, ever be like, oh, they're playing this opening to this song. I can't see myself ever hating it.
Yeah, it's great. I do like that there's this underlying element of like mystery to the characters, specifically what's her name?
Kasta.
I keep wanting to call her Hinagiku because now I figured out that the writer for this show, the author for this show, is the same one that did Hayate, and this is clearly just a Hinagiku clone. I'm just gonna keep calling her Hinagiku. But yeah, Tsukasa. Okay. I like that there's like this underlying mystery to her, like where she was like walking out because she didn't want to intrude on him, and then he was like, "Oh, I don't know if I'll ever see her again." I don't know. It just makes me think, like, is she testing him? Like, I feel like everything she does is a test for him. Maybe I'm reading too much into it, but
I mean, I feel like she was just probably just like, "Hey, I don't want, like, we can't fit on that bed." As someone who's been in multiple relationships, sleeping in beds that are way too small, I understand 100%. I too just like her would be like, you know what, I actually will just go somewhere else for the night.
Yeah, you are gonna rent a hotel room instead of sleeping on a small bed.
Listen, give me your comforter. I'll sleep on the floor.
Yeah, as I thought. I did like that they're going into like the little like issues with like living together, like like the comforter or her not having enough clothes.
Okay, first of all, let's stop there. Let's stop there and unpack that. This bitch came with a whole suitcase and was like, "I have no toiletries or anything," and I'm like, "Bitch, then what did you have?
She
What was
only brought what mattered, I guess. I don't fucking her PlayStation or
Apparently
something.
not much, because they have to buy everything else that matters.
Like, I don't have toiletries or underwear. I just have this giant suitcase of stuff in it.
And also, it's like, where did homegirl come from? That all of a sudden she's like, "Oh yeah, I can't go back now."
Maybe she's
like,
homeless.
She dressed pretty nicely for a homeless woman.
It's anime, you know.
Yeah, something like that.
There is something about her origins, all right, that's like mysterious. So I'm just drawing theories out there.
Yeah, I don't think homeless is the one though. I mean, I don't know. I feel like there's we're gonna talk about it later, but there's definitely parallels to be drawn between the Tsukasa and Odin.
Really?
And actually, yes.
Really? Okay, I didn't see any of those, but okay. We will talk about that later.
Yeah, exactly.
Other than they both have pink hair. Well, hers is pinker.
Yeah, but she's very mysterious, kind of just pops out of nowhere. I love how he's now questioning why she married him. He's like, "Hey, so why'd you marry me?" And then she's like, "Oh, please, because I love you."
Yeah, that seemed like a very evasive answer. It's another reason I'm suspicious of her.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what her ulterior motives are.
I feel like we are like setting ourselves up for something because watch it just be like there is no ulterior motive.
Yeah, it's like I also fell for him the way he fell for me.
And it's just like this is just what it is. Happy lovey-dovey rom-com.
Yeah, I mean I don't believe it, but yeah.
There are a lot of relatable situations that I appreciate though, like her getting up and just like stealing the dude's fucking comforter and going back to sleep.
Yeah, yeah, that was pretty funny. I feel like a lot of men can relate to that. And do I do that? Do I still? I don't think I steal any blankets. Yeah, no, I think I'm pretty good about that. I think I used to move a lot in my sleep when I was younger.
I definitely move a lot in my sleep, so
yes, you fucking do. You do. Yeah.
I do that. I do the karate kick that she did in her sleep is what I fucking do.
Yeah, Oni and makes a lot of ungodly noises to the point where I'm just like, "Oh, is this today the day he dies in his sleep?" I don't know.
Who knows?
Who knows? Also, I found it really funny how he was like, "Oh my god, we're on a date," and I'm like, "Bitch, you're shopping for a futon so she could sleep in."
Yeah, you're married.
Exactly.
You're past the dating stage, but
I mean, you can have dates. This isn't one of them.
Yeah.
It's just you shopping.
But that's why it's so wholesome. He's just trying to grab her hand and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, aw, so cute and wholesome and sweet. This is the type of show I needed when we were watching Kuzuno Honkai. Like, this is what I needed to balance that
out. Don't be so weak, all right?
This is the kind of romance and drama I like.
There's no drama. It's
exactly.
Literally okay. Well, I'm glad we have that situated. But yeah. Oh, and the Amazon reference at the beginning was funny.
Yeah. They started doing references now, which another thing, if it's the Hayate author, there's gonna be a lot of references to anime and stuff.
And he was like, "You're like, well, Amazon, why aren't you better?" And you just see Bezos and the top bubble. That was
good. Yeah, they also referenced Slam Dunk. It was good. I'm liking the way this is shaping up.
Yeah. Agreed. Okay, up next we have Golden Kamui Season 3, Episode 1.
Picked up where I left off.
It truly did. This is my episode of the week. I think I'm gonna make this my episode of the week.
Really?
I know. There's no one that's like, well, I'm gonna make this my episode of the week. I'm going to address the reason. That's why I didn't make the other one my episode of the week. I feel like the other obvious choice. Yeah, literally picked up from where they left off. I think that's kind of why it was my episode of the week. It was such a smooth transition for a first episode, and they're just like, "Hey, we're gonna give you the same shit we've been giving you for the past seasons. Nothing much is changing. Just everything that you loved about Golden Kamui, or I personally loved about Golden Kamui."
Mm-hmm. I like when they hit you with the comedy right off the bat too, like him with the picture, the recurring picture joke.
He's like, right, he's doing pictures of Tonikaku and like all these bada pics.
I'm like, and they're all different pictures, and I'm like, why do you have so many different pictures of this?
Fantastic. They're so funny. And that part where they're like, Tonikaku, you got fat. And then the weird baby scene where Sugimoto's filling him up. He's like, yes, you did get fat. And then he just throws him off.
Yeah, just like a random comedic moments are just so hilarious in the show.
Yes, oh my gosh. And then in the village, like, they have such good comedic timing too.
Mm-hmm.
When they're showing the new character, I forget her name. I'm trying not to call her a Serpa.
Yeah,
but
I also don't remember her name, but the other Ainu girl.
Yeah, a Serpa light.
Diet of Serpa.
A Serpa light. She was like using the Atticus?
The Abacus, yeah.
The Abacus, and then she's like, "Oh wow, she's so mature and something for her age." And then Homeboy comes out, he's like, "Titties and boobies," like. And she was saying it later. It was just so funny.
Oh yeah, the show still retains its like expert sense of comedy.
Yeah, and then the wine scene. The wine scene. Yeah, be careful if you throw on someone, you're staying in clothes. He just drinks some, just throws it on Sugimoto. He's like, Sugimoto, ignore it. He's like, hey, get some wine too. And then you see him drink it all. And I'm like, oh, he's just gonna drink it all. And he just throws the glass at his face.
Yeah, that one got me because I was like, is he gonna... At first I thought he was gonna throw the whole bottle on him, and then I thought he was gonna throw the rest of the cup on him, and then he didn't do anything. And then he actually threw the cup at him. Yeah, no, this show is fucking genius. Also, did you notice something amazing? The bear was not CG this time. They have a better budget.
Yes, no more CGI bears.
Also, fuck that Wolverine. That Wolverine was crazy.
Yeah, Wolverine was like, out for blood, literally.
Remind me never to go into the wild. That's exactly why I don't go hiking.
Same. The commander guy was like, "Oh, but it looks so cute with his nice, cute little brown eyes." Immediately gets like mauled.
Yeah, and of course the little bit of action that we got was really good as well. I'm liking the dynamic of the team. Like, even though the team is obviously like shifted because Sleep is not there anymore, and it's actually like a different
totally different
bunch of characters. Yeah,
these guys have never been with each other for like the majority for even last season. No, they weren't at all.
No, they weren't.
Actually.
Yeah.
So it's a totally new team.
Yet they still retain that same like really interesting dynamic, and it's just fun to watch them fuck around and stuff.
Yeah, I'm actually happy to see Tonikaku and Sugimoto together. So like they already have such great funny moments with each other.
Yeah, that's why I love this show, because all the characters are so good. You can just throw any like configuration of them together, and they're just gonna have like amazing scenes and chemistry with each other.
Yeah, so this shit is Great episode as always. Yeah, it was just really funny. Like, it just really made me happy. I'm so glad it's back.
Same. Ugh, I missed this show. It was worth the wait though.
Indeed. Now, let's
Mhm.
move on to what is undoubtedly Oni's episode of the week.
Yes.
Higurashi no Naku Koro ni Go.
Mhm.
Episode 2.
Well, this episode kind of turned things upside down. Surprise! It's not a remake-ish kind of, but also a sequel kind of.
Kind of. Maybe for me, I didn't quite understand, and I think that's not what took away from this episode. Like, I was still like mind fucked when I saw the opening. I was like, wait, oh, we're starting here in episode 2. Holy shit.
Yeah.
We're introducing. Oh, by the way, guys, spoilers of the wazoo. Like,
I actually forgot to do it now, but I wanted to put a little spoiler alert, like graphic on the screen whenever we're talking spoilers or whatever, because I do want to keep it spoiler free for people who are like watching it for the first time. But obviously, we have to talk a lot of spoilers. So for this one part, we're gonna talk a lot of spoilers.
yes, we have to.
There's your warning. You have been warned.
Yeah. Also, bitch, this anime came out in 2006, so ...
Yes. One of the things that's really worth considering that I don't know if you noticed, because I didn't notice until I started looking around, like,
no, I saw not at all. I didn't notice anything. I have a lot of questions.
So in the opening, there is a certain like little shot, like a 2-second shot of this shadowy figure with horns, and it appears to be Featherine from Umineko, which all these people like suddenly pulled out like fucking graphs of like her in the manga and stuff, and like traced the lines and everything, and to confirm it's her. And then in the interview with the director from yesterday or the day before with Funimation, he specifically said, pay close attention to the opening because there's some really big hints about what the show's about in the opening. So it seems like there's a pretty good chance there's going to be some Umineko shenanigans in here. To what degree, I don't know. But there's at least a witch involved.
I mean, that the whole point of the series that there's always a witch involved.
Yeah, but there was never like directly, you know. Like if fucking Lambda Delta just shows up or something, I'm losing my mind. You know what I mean?
I'm predicting. Oh, and I feel like that has to happen at this point. Excuse me. Yeah. So, the question. So, why is Rika a high schooler? Is this after, from the original series, and this is the Rika that's on her way to becoming the
I think so.
Witch, but also that's weird because in Neko, she clearly looks like the Sheriff Rika. Like,
it might be like an alternate persona thing. I think it's like well, if you notice the on Annie chart, the picture changed as well to like reflect the new season, and there's clearly a teenage Rika there. So I don't know if the like teenage Rika is going to play a much bigger part in this.
I feel like maybe that Rika represents the Rika who's been doing this for a while.
Maybe. But yeah, it seems like they survived, and then I guess Rika lived into her teenage years, and then somehow died and got transported. Sucks for you. You get transported back. That'd be like, imagine Subaru.
I thought she was complaining because she was like, "Bitch, I have to go back again."
Yeah, like imagine Subaru fucking. We go all the way like to season 5, and then Subaru dies, and then he gets teleported back to like where we are now. Like, well, you just lost a whole bunch of progress, Rika.
goes back all the way to like Rosewall's mansion.
Turns out you haven't saved in 7 years, Rika. Yeah, that sucks, right? So yeah, I'm curious because it's clearly not. If Rika knows who the murderer is and all the rules and stuff, it shouldn't really be difficult for her to like just win again. So there has to be some kind of like wrench thrown into this. at some point.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm curious how the rest of this arc is gonna play out. Like, is she just gonna let Keiichi go crazy and kill Reina and Mion again? Because she isn't doing anything. That's the other thing about this episode. Eureka's not like really doing anything to stop anybody either.
Yeah, maybe because in this timeline, it's nothing really has happened yet.
Well, she saw Reina with the hatchet, so she knows that at the very least there's something up with Reina.
But here's the thing. Oh no, that's true.
And then she knows after the festival is when what's her name? Fuck, I forgot her name. Damn, I forgot. I'm forgetting Kaon. Oh, Kaon. I'm forgetting characters' names. The nurse, the evil one, the main Takano. She knows that Takano's probably gonna do something after the festival to kill her.
Yeah, that's usually how it goes, right?
Yeah, I think they kill Rika like right after the festival.
Mm-hmm.
So she needs to take some self-defense classes or something.
Yeah, but also, interesting enough, I feel like that's going to play into this episode. I think that everyone else, their memories of other timelines they're going to start to remember.
Mm-hmm. Like Keiichi did?
Yeah, like Keiichi did. Like, he's like, oh, wow, I just saw something incredibly graphic and bloody. Something that I did, but almost like I did that before at some other time. And I'm like, oh shit, they're all gonna start to remember. Oh my god, so but that means, if that means he remembers, does that mean Takano is gonna remember? That means Takano's gonna know who she
Takano's gonna
is.
remember and not give a shit.
Yeah, right. Does that mean Takano's gonna know who she is? If you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I don't know. There's a lot of potential for things to open up.
Exactly.
A lot of potential for things to just open up in a lot of different ways. I kind of hope it doesn't go too hard too fast, because then
yeah, I know. I feel like all the new people who are watching this, they're gonna be like, "Wait, what does it mean?" Da, 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 da. Like, I don't know. I feel like something I loved about it is that it took its time in the original, so that like the payoff was just so much better.
Yeah. I think this arc will play out still. Like, someone is gonna snap and kill everybody, and then Rika's just going to try again.
Yeah,
I'm guessing Rina, because Keiichi remembering that he killed them probably is gonna stop him from killing them again. I hope. I don't know. Or maybe Rina just goes crazy and fucking kills everybody again.
Yeah, also, and correct me if I'm wrong, but did they ship Reina and Kechi this much in the original?
I feel like they did at first, and then they backed off of it, and they started.
Because I'm like, oh, this is really like they're going hard.
I think it depends on the arc. Because I remember in the beginning they kind of shipped Reina and Keiichi, but then like not this hard. And then I remember at some other parts they were definitely shipping like Mion and Keiichi.
Yeah. Yeah, that was interesting.
Very interesting.
But I did like, and all the crazy aside, I actually did like the more lighthearted moments, or they're just playing hide and seek, like all that other stuff. That stuff. That's what I love about this. It's all that stuff isn't boring.
Yeah,
like
it's actually funny.
I don't have to wait for them to all get crazy for it to be entertaining. Like I can just chill and just watch them be like, haha, we're just fucking around.
They actually have really good banter with each other and fun moments with each other. Like this could just be its own slice of life anime. It
could be. I wouldn't. I'm saying I'm fine for as much as they give us.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not sure if I can say it. I just watch an anime of them just fucking around, but the much that they do, then the slice of life aspect I enjoy.
Same.
All right, now let's move on to Kami-sama ni Natta Hi, episode 1. Wow.
This one is fast. This stuff happened this episode.
I am really happy I picked this one.
Yeah, this is pretty good.
So here's when I say, I start doing comparisons between Kami-sama and Tonikaku Kawaii.
Mm-hmm.
They're both girls that came out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
Both clearly mysterious. Don't know where they're from. Both randomly maneuvering themselves to live with the main character, and they both have supernatural aspects about themselves.
Yeah, what's supernatural about Tsukasa?
Tsukasa? Oh, she definitely related to the moon spirit somehow.
You think?
I would be. I'm not gonna lie. I'd be shocked if she wasn't. Hello, this bitch got hit by a car and lived. She's not human, Oni.
So did he.
No, he only lived because she shielded him with her body.
Yeah, but she was
with her
also bleeding.
And she walked away because she was fine.
Fair enough.
Exactly. They're both not human.
I don't know. I don't go that far. I would need more evidence.
I would say about Odin. Odin, I don't know about her. Other girl, definitely not.
No, it's funny because I definitely know Odin's not ordinarily human, but I don't know about
they both have supernatural abilities. They reference the moon a billion times. It was very obvious. Yeah. They all but said she's connected like some kind of moon deity. They made it very, very well. At least to me, they made it pretty clear with outright saying.
I need to see more from Tsukasa.
I mean, the bitch got hit by a car and walked away.
Yeah, well, the guy had 2 broken legs and he ran 5 miles.
Okay, well, you know that. Okay, but then once that, first of all, that was bullshit anime logic, and secondly, when that quote unquote when that anime adrenaline wore off, he was hospitalized for months and months and months and missed a year of school. She was chilling.
I don't doubt that there's something mysterious about her, but I'm not ready to say she's a moon spirit yet. I need to see a little bit more.
Well, she's connected to the moon, and she's definitely supernatural.
Could be a metaphor.
I mean, showing the moon. Her name is Tsukasa, which I'm pretty sure some kanji in there is related to said moon. ... I'm just saying.
I mean, at this point, for all I know, she doesn't even exist, and it's just a figment of this dude's imagination.
Oh, I hope not. That'd be terrible. But yeah, so those are just some of the parallels I see between the two and two female characters. Yeah, but Odin. So she's clearly not Odin.
Yeah, she's not, but
she is supernatural. She can predict the future.
Yeah, it's this. By the way, the writer for this is the same writer who did Angel Beats and Clannad. So
yeah, it makes sense.
So I definitely felt this whole episode, I loved it because it was hilarious and funny, and I really like Odin. She's cute and great, and I love how just random she is.
Yeah.
But I have this underwhelming or this underarching feeling that it's just all right, when does the depression kick in? Is she a homeless kid that has some power but she's gonna die? I'm just waiting for the depression to kick in.
I wouldn't say she's homeless. She wouldn't look so clean and have clothes like that if she was homeless.
I know. But she's probably an animal spirit. I don't know. There's some horrific backstory that's gonna be tied to her, so I'm just trying to prep myself for that. And
yes, definitely meant to prepare. This whole premise of the story is that the world's gonna end in 30 days. It's not that's not a good thing.
I think that's a twist. I don't think it's actually gonna end. Everybody's gonna die. It's gonna be some other thing is gonna happen. But
yeah, some shit's gonna happen. But it's going to change society as we know it. To the point where school is not necessary and love life's not necessary or any of this stuff's not necessary.
Also, I love the love interest being so blunt with everybody.
Oh my god! So that was so funny
when she got up and moved away.
Where some guy ran to next to her and she's just nope.
Nah, pass.
And then when Odin is introduced to Izanami. And she's oh, do you like him? And she's no, I don't like you. I don't like him. I could swear to a god that I don't like him.
I swear to God I don't like him. Oh man, yeah, she's a really fun just character. The way she just like pushes everyone to do all this stuff and randomly just jumps all over the place. She's just fun. I like her. I like her a lot.
Yeah,
Interesting
yeah,
character.
very interesting. I like Izanami. I like the main character. He's like very nice.
Unnaturally nice. Usually the main character is like kind of like a smug, kind of a jerk character in these types of shows, like Tomoya and who was the guy in Angel Beats? I forget his name. He was also kind of smug and asshole.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah,
so it's kind of refreshing to have a dude who's just like an honest, nice guy who's just trying really hard to get the girl he likes.
Yeah, and like he, didn't ditch this kid all day, which I definitely would have.
Oh yeah, no, he has way more patience than I do.
Yeah, I've been like going to police. Oh, I'm not going to police. I'm like, okay, well, you can go to police box, or else I'm leaving you.
Exactly. Yeah, I can't put up with that.
Yeah, or I'll just call the cops. Like,
yeah, who's this kid?
Yeah. So yeah, very interesting premise. Someone who she claims she's a god. I love when she breaks character.
Yeah, those cute moments. What was that one where he was like, she said she was gonna channel someone else, and he's like patted her head and said, "You're gonna do a good job."
Ready?
And she was like, "I hope I do a good job."
Yeah. He's like, "Are you ready?" She's like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna do it." And she's like, "Wait, no."
Yeah, her character breaking moments are adorable.
Yeah.
Good premise. Good setup. I'm
looking
forward to seeing
very strong first episode.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, indeed. Yeah. Speaking of the opposite.
Speaking of great, strong first episodes, next time we have Strike Witches episode 1, season 2.
No, that's a lie. Just lie to everyone.
Strike Witches. This was a great first episode for Strike Witches.
Strike Witches, Road to Berlin, episode 1.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Maybe because all right, I gotta remind you what Strike Witches is about, Drew. So like, it's about panty shots and flying around fighting aliens. And this episode had both of those things. So 10 out of 10.
Yeah. So as I told Oni earlier, this is definitely gonna be the anime where I take no notes on. I don't think I have to, so I'm not going. The main character, holy fuck, I forgot how like mind-numbingly boring her design is. Whoa.
All right, her personality's a bit bland, but I like her design.
She's literally just a girl with short brunette hair and no distinguishing features.
She has a big butt.
I'm sure I could get drunk and high and come up with the design of a character.
Wow. All right, so this is going to just show that Drew just shit. Sorry, DanMachi. This is what Drew's going to shit on all season.
No, I just have to get out of the way how boring she looks. Like, I was so shocked. I was like, for a second, I was like surprised that it was her. I was like, oh, you're like the main character.
I don't know. I just think you haven't noticed her charm. She has like, yes,
sure
she looks plain, but she has like plain girl charm, you know? Whereas like she looks so normal that it's endearing.
Sure. I loved how for some reason they had to fight off a bear.
That was weird, but yes, I agree with that.
Like totally random, nothing to do with fighting aliens. Also, I'm like, I don't think it normally takes like a whole squadron of witches to kill one ship.
It does. It depends on how big the Neroi is, but yeah, the giant iceberg one might take more than one witch to get, unless you get like one really strong one.
No, I said in the beginning it took like a whole squadron.
Oh, well, yeah, they just do that because it's like we want to show them all off. So here you go.
Yeah, I'm like, I remember last time I watched, I'm like, it wouldn't take like 1 or 2, 3 tops to kill one.
Yeah, but you wouldn't get to see the whole ensemble cast if they just showed 1 or 2.
Oh man.
The whole opening was very gratuitous. I liked all the actions I had to get through.
Yes, they were like super.
At one point, they like shoved the camera up someone's ass crack. I swear.
Right, like you could, like they are almost showing the outline, like the vagina outline point. Yeah, they were doing the most.
And I love it. I love them for it. The only thing I will rag on this episode for is Yeah, well, a couple things I will rag. I'm gonna be fair. Yes, it was really slow and boring because to be honest, like Drew says, Miyafuji is not the most interesting character. So seeing her have this episode focused around her boring life at school, where she's learning medicine, has a
Even though she has
boring
magic and can
friend, and she has a boring friend that does boring stuff. That was not interesting. Also, the CG in the beginning was obnoxious to look at. I forgot how much CG Strike Witches uses.
Yeah, it's a lot. I remember. So
But
so
other than
great.
that, I enjoyed everything else. I like that they introduced all the characters. I'm looking forward to seeing them again because I love these characters.
I'm just like, Mitch, give me more. All right, fine. It's one thing if you're gonna make an anime like this, don't just put all the ecchi in like that one fighting scene, and then the rest of it, I have to pretend like I care about the story. Give me more panty shots.
I'm
I can't
sure
believe I'm
they
saying
can
this
do
as
that.
a gay. I can't believe I'm saying that as a gay man, but I was so bored. I'd rather have that than nothing.
What I think is going to happen is the next episode is going to just be like them fighting the iceberg Niroi.
Yeah, I think we're gonna get what I want.
And then probably from like episode 3 onward, it's going to be them in the squadron together, and then you'll get your intermixing of panty shots with the story.
Good.
Story. You can't see them doing
Yeah,
air
quote
quotes.
unquote.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
But yeah,
literally all I want from this anime is just them blowing up the ships and the panty shots.
and
I feel like that's
all
what
I want too.
Exactly. Like, because at least it'll be better than nothing.
Fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
Shall we move on then?
Let us move on to. Oh, is this our last one of the night?
Yep.
Last one is Fire Force. Season 2, episode 15.
We got introduced to another evil Hajima Corporation fire user.
Mm-hmm. I totally forgot what her name was. I call her Puppet Lady.
Yeah, I'm gonna call her Puppet Lady. I actually really like her though.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the little bits and pieces where her and Maki were getting along.
Yeah, like they're like, oh, the caterpillar. I'm like, oh yeah, that's really cute. Yeah, and also she's like very terrifying because like they went through all the effort just to kill one, and she's like, "Here's 10 more."
I call them Dominions because there's more than one. Idiots.
I'm actually Sasori.
Yeah, she's literally
much stronger.
That and randomly all the evangelists showing up was great. Of course, they all. I shouldn't say randomly. They're always gonna keep showing up whenever.
Yeah.
But
so I thought the Hajima, and that's the thing that shocked me. I thought Hajima and the evangelists were in cahoots with each other. Guess not.
Nope. I think it's one of those things where they don't realize that they're working for the evangelists or whatever, or like working towards the evangelist benefit. They probably just think like we're doing something to stop the evangelists.
Or we're just doing stuff for ourselves because science.
Yeah, for science, and they're like, no, you're kind of creating Autolab users that we need. So thank you.
Yep, and you did so we're just gonna
steal him. Poor kid, everyone fighting for him.
Right? He's just like, I literally was just a kid one day.
I was just playing with sticks outside one day.
Yeah, and then the cat girl lured me to my death. Good job, was it Misaki? Tamaki. Good job, Tamaki.
I forgot that she even did that. God damn it, Tamaki.
Yup. Oh, Tamaki, so stupid. Anyways, but yeah, I loved how that banter between Puppet Lady and the other two was great. I loved how he went on like this whole like they're feuding philosophies on how they view mech, and she was just like, you obnoxious otaku. That was pretty fun.
Their interactions were fun. I'm kind of hoping we see the fight between Inka. Like, hope Inka ends up fighting Shinra or something, because I actually want to see her fight. Because I do still love her ability, and I want to see her actually use it in combat.
Yeah,
interesting.
Yeah, I'm so happy. Charon is here. I just really want to see him fuck his shit up.
We also have a new maid that works for Inka. also there. I want to see Arthur fight the
Oh
other
yeah.
the other. Also, Arrow's back. I thought she died.
No.
Why do I just assume everyone who's off screen for a bit is dead? I could have sworn she
Yeah.
died in season 1 with that Giovanni fight.
But we did learn that people that all the pillars who work for the evangelist, they all get like special bodyguards.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. Makes you wonder who shows bodyguard
That's a good point.
if he had one.
It was Shinra all along.
Yeah, with Shinra. No, he also had an Adela link.
Ah, damn, you're right. Shit.
He can't. Yep, sorry.
Oh well. Well, I'm sure we'll meet the super awesome bad dude who's his bodyguard eventually in season 3.
I hope so. I can't wait for next episode. Like, because it's just it's gonna be it's turning into just a battle royale at Hajime Industries.
And I'm also enjoying. One of the things I do like that this show does that not a lot of other shonen do, and they should do more of, is I like that they really involve all the characters in the cast. Like this whole episode was the Maki fight. Arthur, I'm sure, is going to show up next episode to fight Magnet User Girl. Shinra is going to end up fighting, I'm sure, Inka or Charon again. Tamaki and Iris are probably gonna, like, they used all their characters to fight, so I appreciate that. It's not just a Shinra show.
Yeah, exactly. Also that dude, that crazy creepy dude, bruh. I don't know how he got even more creepy this episode, but yeah, here we are. Oh, he started when his eyes like started doing like that weird fox eye thing. Like they don't start, like they started like moving up and down his face. I was like, nope, eject, get me out of here.
Get out of here. Yeah, he needs to die pretty soon because he's creeping me out. I don't like him.
Yeah, 100%. So, and then I love he tried running up on Chiron, and Chiron was like, nope.
Don't think so.
So yeah,
great show.
Great. Yeah, I can't wait till next week's episode. It's gonna really hit the wall.
Yep.
All right, so we are done with our weekly review. It is time for the last section called the filler arc. And for this week's, we actually have a special interview. It's a special interview I had with my good friend, the DataDave. And yeah, we're just gonna take it away and you guys can see that. Hello everyone, this is your review of G&A Reviews. Welcome to a special section of our filler arc. Today, I decided to mix things up. I'm going to actually be doing a little segment where I start interviewing my friends who are also voice actors. You know, I struggle, I struggle to comprehend how dubs work. So with the help of my amazing voice actor friends, they will teach me the way. And speaking of which, we have my good friend, the DataDave.
Hey, I'm here to help you with your needs with dubs. I'm ready for it. What's going on, everybody? Those that don't know me, my name's DataDave, and nice to meet you all.
Dave, thank you so much for taking time out of your super busy schedule. I know you're out there voice acting on Twitch, saving puppies from burning houses, etc., etc.
Every day,
doing it all
the time, and I still social distance at the same time with my mask on.
Exactly, wear a mask, y'all. So let's get into it. So tell me, how did you get started in voice acting? Like, what was the moment where you were like, oh, I want to be a voice actor?
All right, I have two moments, which is interesting. So the first one, it was around 2017. I took Bob Carter's, I guess it's a seminar or class. It was at MomoCon, if you're familiar with it. It's a really big anime convention here in Atlanta. And they had a voice actor panel, and me and friends like, that sounds cool. Let's go check it out. So we went to go check it out, and his students showed some of their work. He talked about it, and he had a course, and I was like, you know what? I was getting close to summertime. I'll sign up for one. So I signed up. I took the class, learned a lot about how the business and industry worked, and that was cool. But after that, like after I took the class, I really didn't do much for it. It just was kind of like I go out, like I would need to get mics, I would need to get a setup, etc. And then, I still was a live streamer at the time. So I continued to stream and stuff, and my gear started to get better. And I think around 2018 in my content, I was like, okay, I do stream every single day on Twitch. I'm growing. What else do I want to do? I want to skill. I want to do something so that I can be full time doing what I want. And so, I actually still am a big fan of this individual of Kagi Films. I know I'm going to say his last name wrong, but Alexandros, I believe. But, Kagi Films is somebody I watch a lot. He is a streamer, YouTube content creator, and voice actor. He's been in Pokemon Masters, Dragon Ball Legends, like a lot of things. And I'm just love seeing all the things. The coolest moment, I know this is a whole tangent, when I was playing, I believe it was called Legends of Mana. And like, chat picked one of the main characters. I think it's Legend of Mana, Trails of Mana, something of Mana. And like the main character we picked, because you can choose your character, starts with purple hair. So we picked him and we started picking the other characters. He stopped by chat and I'm just like, like, oh, what's up, man? Good to see you. Thanks for tuning in my stream. I got early access and stuff. And then he was just chatting, really enjoyed the game. And then I listened to the character and I was like, wait, why did he stop by? And he didn't confirm nothing, but I was like, wait, this is his voice. So that was a cool moment. But back on tangent, like from seeing him watch the streams and things of nature, I was like, you know what? I want to get further. This is like 2018, get further in voice acting, really pursue it. And I just started taking classes from a coach I found online. And since then, I've taken so many classes, gotten some roles, done commercial, I've done, video game characters, additional voices, and yeah, so.
Can you tell us some of the roles you clicked? I the ones that you can.
From the one that I can, which actually is recent, would be Rune 2. I can't give the specifics on the characters, but I do and can confirm I played 3 characters in it. So one of them has a very funny line I won't go into. But I think I mentioned the word I said, stream. She was like, I'm like, yeah, I mean, I had fun with it. But yeah, I'm in Rune 2. For a YouTuber, Rosie Cozy, I'm in her Gotcha Life series. She's a very prominent Gotcha tuber. It's funny is I tried out for her stuff just for practice and I made it and I was like, what's Gotcha tubing? This is different. But it was cool. And like she got a very loyal fan base or such, and they sometimes hit me up and added me on Discord a lot, being like, hey, love your voice. I'm like, oh hi, okay. I don't know what to say. But that, and then the other things I can't reveal yet. One thing you may see by the end of the year. I'm waiting on that trailer, but yeah.
Yes, and that's no surprise. I personally have seen like your growth as a voice actor from literally from like the beginning of the year to like now. It's like you're not even the same person to me.
Oh man, remember from the initial voice acting streams, like they do a voice, same voice, do another voice, it's my same voice. I was too nervous. Now I'm just like, yo, I'll be up here, I'll be down here, I'll do whatever. So
exactly,
it's been fun.
Yes, you sound so awesome. So explain to someone who's trying to break away from their sub-elitism, what is it about dubs that just is like, yes, this does it for me. In your own words.
Well, I like dubs. Well, is it funny that I will reference Meg Thee Stallion? I like her logic on this. Like she said this, it's like I understand. But I'm paraphrasing her. But like the reason I enjoy dubs is I'm one of those people, I'm always doing something. I'm not usually just doing one thing. Like if I'm watching anime, maybe I'm playing a game at the same time. If I'm doing work, or I'm probably listening to music. Like I'm always multitasking. So with dubs, I can listen into what's going on. I can watch, of course, and be doing something else and still knows what's going on. With subs, in all honesty, like don't get me wrong, I watch a lot of subbed anime because it comes out first 9 times out of 10. But with subs, if I don't look, I'm gonna be like, we need to go back. Like it's something important. I don't understand. There's been plenty of Discord nights to where like I'll look away for a second, look back, and it was like that's important. I'm like, oh wait, let's scroll back. So that's why I like dubs. And then in my own personal thing, since I want to dub anime, like it would heavily benefit me to see how the people that actually do it, how do they sound, what do they do, are they over the top, are they under, like are they JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, are they something more serious, like I don't know, Castlevania, so like hearing the delivery and really paying attention to it helps me learn a bit more.
That is so dope. I could definitely see that. I'm still coming to appreciate the little nuances. For me, from liking dubs, I like dubs when the localization is good. When they add that little flair that you can only get as someone who's like part of the Western audience. It's like,
Mhm.
yes, this is done for us, and it
Mhm.
makes sense. Now, it's not always a hit,
Yeah,
i.e.,
sometimes it's not.
what anime was it? Tuaru no Railgun T. I think her name is Kuroko. Always calling Misaki. In the anime, it's Chozo Onesama, but
Mhm.
in the dub or whenever it's subbed, she refers to her as Sissy. And
Right.
I'm just like,
Like,
but yes, but the good ones are very good. Another one that was kind of a favorite of mine that we watched recently, you and I together, The Great Pretender.
I love that one. They did a phenomenal job.
Yes.
They did a phenomenal job, except for the beginning. Remember the beginning where we had I guess they had Japanese voice actors because they were in Japan
Mm-hmm.
doing it, and then they were trying to speak in English. Then all of a sudden they put an alert saying the rest will be dubbed in English. Then it's just a whole other voice actor. That's my only I get why you did it.
But I also don't understand.
It was just it was such a drastic
Yeah,
change.
it's
But other than that, it was perfect. But it was just huh? Like, this is a different person. His English got 30 times better. Well, I guess they wanted that authentic Japanese from the beginning.
Yeah, understandable, definitely. Speaking of, what is your if you gun to your head, what is your favorite dub series? If you can pick one, or one of your favorites. Just off the top of your head.
Top of my head. I don't know why, but Yu Yu Hakusho is the first thing that comes to mind. I don't know. I don't recall it being the most amazing dub ever, but I just know I watched all that in English. Like, if I watched that in Japanese, I'd be like, that's not Yusuke. Like, I watched that multiple times.
I watched it in both, and I can say that's one of the few times where I'm just like, yes, I can just watch the dub or the sub and be completely fine.
Mm-hmm.
All the voices just had so much flavor,
yeah,
and depth to them. Like Kuwabara.
Yeah, I love Kuwabara. Kurama was all smooth with the roles. Like, everybody was just solid.
And Hiei was just,
Edge boy.
Yeah.
Sasuke.
Basically, Edge reincarnate. Okay, so 10 years from now, when you are a famous voice actor.
Yes, I want that.
The top of the world, you can have whatever role you want. If you could dub any character from any series in general, what would it be?
Oh, like, you mean currently now or archetype or
it could let's say you're so rich you can go into a time machine and be like, you know what, I'm a voice actor from the future and I'm gonna take your role because I can.
Oh, dang, that's a good question. Oh, see, I want to pick my favorite anime, but I don't want to be that character. It's like, all right, so I really love ReZero, but I don't think I want to be Subaru. It's like, I have to be over the top, like, oh my god, I love Amelia, amazing. I don't want to do that. It's like, no, I'm good.
Wait,
but
you don't be.
I died another episode. Like, ooh, I don't know. I just know if I could give an archetype, I know I would want to play a genuine, honest, good protagonist. You know what I mean? Not like Deku, but you know what I mean? That type of role, protag role. And I would love to be a villain because villains can always be over the top, dramatic, or super serious. Like, they just have more more it's more dramatics. I like that. You know what I mean?
I understand it completely. When I do voice acting for our stream on Saturday for our FGO stories, usually when it's a villain, I always just have so much fun with it.
They're over the top. I think of Jafar. You know what I mean? Just be like, look, let me be shady. All right, let me be evil. Let me complain. That's what I like. Be like, oh, you look nice. You know what I mean? Doing that in a villain would just be so fun.
Oh yeah, 100%. I totally get it.
Mm-hmm.
So do you have for any aspiring voice actors, do you have any quick tips? Maybe potentially any do's or don'ts?
Ooh, well, can I give a really good guide if that's all right?
Absolutely.
So on Reddit, there's Reddit/voice acting, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the first thing they have in there is a guide to voice actors. Now, the reason why I recommend this is because they give you a whole list of links talking about, okay, well, where do I get roles? Well, you can go to pay-to-play sites where you subscribe to them and you can try out for stuff. or use stuff like Casting Club. They talk about soundproofing rooms. They talk about why you should do coaching, what you should learn, like, you know, you should like things you can look into. So it's just like a whole bunch of resources of guides. What is agency? What does this mean? And like just I've gone through and read almost, if not each one already. And like it's just taught me so much. Like I always direct people to that first. Cause it's one thing for me to give you tips. It's another to say, hey, here's a list. If you sit down and read all this, you probably know just as much as me regarding the industry, things you can do and steps you should take. And like it's like probably 10 to 12 links. Perfect. You know, other dues, highly recommend dues. You know, like a lot of times I've heard this from a lot of people, coaches and sites, is they say like, yeah, when you hear voice acting, some people are using voices, but at the basis, keyword, voice acting, acting. If you can get your acting chops right, you will be great. You know what I mean? Like it's one thing to be like, oh, here's my high voice. Oh, here's my low voice. They're cool, but if you can act in those voices with like those chops, you're good. Because when you think about it, like how many movie actors do we watch? Do they be changing their voices a lot? I mean, occasionally an accent. You know what I mean? They might change from natural one, but in most cases, they're just using their natural voice. But they know how to act so well in that role believably. So it's all about being believable in those roles. So, you know, acting.
Awesome, awesome. Well, Dave, thank you so much for your time. That was such a great insight. I think this is a great start of a great little sub series. Before we go, Dave, please feel free to plug yourself.
Oh, sure. Well, you can find me at twitch.tv/DataDave. The catchphrase is DataDave with DataDave because I do stream every day, 7 p.m. to 12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Find me there.
All right. And with that, we're going to end our interview. Guys, thank you so much for watching. And now, Oni, if you don't mind, please take us away.
On Twitter and follow us on Twitch. You can also become a patron like all these people on screen right now who make the show possible. You also get a bunch of interesting perks like access to the member-only Discord channel, the Midnight Channel, and you get to live watch anime with us every week. This season we're live watching Higurashi, so if you want to join us for that, make sure you become a member. And with that said, Drew, is there anything you'd like to add?
I'm just gonna be here waiting for the rest of Tanigaki's pictures to be revealed.
And I will let you know if I see that on X Hentai. Until next time, this has been Silveroni, and
Do we do?
I'll catch you guys later. Later!
Bye.